to be that way, and EDG going with their tried and true combo. Of course, they do like to put that Kong Kong on the raise here on Split with Smoggy back on the jet.
Yeah, double duelist, but double duelist going against the Cypher. Maybe the Cypher can get a lot of value here.
Versus Rare Adam in that 3-0 series that they had, and about a 13-9 score line.
I cast myself into this match is gonna be long, but I just can't say anything today. I normally can't say anything anyway, but like literally every single thing that I said today, it feels like the opposite happened. Although eventually, we are, well, I want to say we're kind of right eventually, but
we'll see if they could do
we'll wait for the 2-0 fast.
Here. I mean, you mentioned it, EDG, it hasn't been long since they played a Split last in that final against Rare Adam, so
if Sentinel wins tournament, would you favor them to qualify for Madrid? Out of all of America's, yeah, you would probably have them down as one of those teams. I still think the Paperx are going to be so fine this tournament.
We're able to rally back themselves.
But yeah, Sentinels. Sentinels won it more than everyone else this tournament. I'm pretty sure. Maybe T1 won it pretty heavy as well. But it's funny how both of the teams that are like doing really well are the teams with like 6 or 7 man rosters, trying to prove that they belong on the roster. Like in terms of the all season, that'll really spark your just trying to prove that you actually should be there. Like they have more to prove as a team, basically. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Fancy on defense, EDG on attack.
Able to have a lot of delay power, able to set up a lot of these trap plays.
Why do you think Smoggy switched? Yeah, I'm honestly not sure why they switch on this map. It's always been a thing with them though on this map.
All right, well here's the slow creep up. Smoke dissipating, but still grabbing the orb camera. Oh, a little bit either from Smoggy. Eventually gets it.
Trying to get some trips. This is a strong trip over towards there.
Presence over here that there is likely going to be that one-way setup on the garage exit, so we'll drift away from it for now.
There's a time where they switched back.
But not hearing any,
yeah, it wasn't for many games though, right? But like 2 or something. I remember it. They didn't do it for much. I mean, honestly, EDG have changed comps loads in the off season.
Trap wires, if it can make it there, yep, they will confirm the presence
on most maps.
Everybody else getting gathered up here towards A, but fast rotation.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on the Skylark on this one.
Early though.
Kang has absolutely sent it. He absolutely sent it, and then switched to his knife midway through. We'll keep an eye on the Skylark that has gone all the way through B, by the way. Sky is larking through B, and they have a trip at middle, so they're not expecting this. Yeah.
Jaws music was queued up there. Svera swinging onto the corner, managing to find that kill out on with Frenzy at decent range.
They must be looking at their trips thinking, how on earth? How on earth has they done this? So yeah, really nice. Kang made the space, you gotta give him that.
Imagine on the bind if they had one of the pistols.
0 out of 3, right? 3 out of 3 pistols for EDG. 0 for Fancy.
It will never not make me smile to see nobody just always on the opposite side of the map on this Sky, but hey, it finds value.
It certainly does. 3 kills for him to try to fast track those Seekers.
The nobody luck on Sky as well. Yeah, it's true. You don't really expect that, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad, especially when you can sell fakes like later on.
Split on the attack for EDG.
This looks like a nice reaction. Fancy decided to go 5-person over towards middle. They didn't see anything. In reaction, EDG just walk into the site basically. Okay, Chichu might farm this. Chichu or Kang. Who is it? Who's gonna farm?
Crossfire over at ramp. Stun does come through. Bouncing across, waiting for the rest of the players to come in. Fisho again gonna be good for 1. Kong melting through 3.
It's pretty good in terms of orbs.
Has done so far as Howdong not quite there. The Christmas on the Guardian shots, but small get
respect to Howdong here for actually just falling back as well. Falls back and knows that he has an Astra Star if he wants to. And he's just playing to make sure they win basically.
Not able to do so.
You got to have someone in this team that doesn't like to absolutely send it, because they have a lot of them.
It's not a bad ending here for Fancy United on this eco.
Checking back behind, wary of where nobody could be.
Yeah, I mean,
Throws the gun away as well.
floating.
That's pretty cool.
Comes crawling back
Throw the
up,
gun
but
away.
not gonna
Make
be
sure
able
they don't
to
pick it up.
spot too much, so can
They
just
bought a lot of
retreat.
rifles into this one.
We'll hold.
okay,
He
so
only just got there, I'm not
ditches
gonna
the Phantom and chooses to go for the death here.
Okay. Get the little bit of boost there. Keep the economy aligned with the rest of the team. I think it's
The T1 game.
fine
It
either
was.
way.
I think
Yeah,
it was
I mean,
my
it doesn't
favorite
make a
to
big
watch in
difference. I was
terms of
trying to do the math in
entertainment.
my
The
head,
T1
which,
Liquid game.
with these many
It was
hours
very
already, the
entertaining.
broadcast is not running as fast as I would like, but
It was
it's
real high
really not a
highs
big
and
difference
crazy
here at
low
the end of the
lows.
day. But Fischio just choosing to ditch that one. Did get the Vandal, so perhaps it was also just a matter of if it does make a difference, I'd like to prefer the Vandal here on this split defense.
Paper X Sentinels? Nah, I prefer this. I prefer the
Not
T1
quite
game.
taken out just yet. Consistently being just a tad
Sentinels.
lower
I mean,
than
Paper
where
X are
they're
being a
peaking
little
out.
bit silly with it
Just trying to see if they can get any
for me
sort
to
of peek, any
fully
sort of
embrace it.
information.
Really patient from Suko though, right? He doesn't activate the camera because if it hasn't been broken, he doesn't think that they're gonna push too far in.
How
Just
did
has
Carpe
that
do
faith
today?
for the patience.
I mean, him in general as well. He was a roller coaster. Carpe literally had the highest highs and the lowest lows, just as a player. He probably had one of the best ace we've seen in the tournament easily, and then some bad calls and some bad whiffs. So it was like, yeah, high highs and low lows. What else can we say about that?
Trailblazer constantly being used just for information, just to keep people tied up in mid.
That's not too bad. Doesn't get traded in this one as well. Oh my god, he goes back for more. Bro, he keeps going back for more.
Flash is good, and there it is. Chichu now going to fall. Spike stranded out in the open here at the base of the ramp with all of Fancy United corralling around.
Wow,
Nobody just
this guy is...
rushing forward. The dash in from Kong can't draw it down. Fischio now
I
on
tell you what,
this ace. Looks like
that's
he will
nice
get it.
though. Fair play. Dude,
Another
I've
ace
never
here
seen
today. I
so
believe,
many
what, our
aces
seventh
in a
one?
day.
Seventh ace here on day 4.
This tournament is full of them.
Fischio, that impact
This one
starting to
was
creep up
just
once
him
again.
being so
Hey,
aggro.
Now we know why he ditched the Phantom. Wanted to
Like,
pick
see
up
where you get the
Vandal.
first kill
Ace
here?
for him.
Most
Here on
Vipers
the
are
high
relaxing.
round.
This
It's a
guy
good hold.
keeps
I love the fact
keeps
he puts
on
the snake bite
swinging.
down first as well, right? You don't want
It's a
anyone
nice
trying
dodge
to
of the
push you
flasher as well,
close
to run a little
range.
bit too deep.
Able to just rest until Kong lands from that dash as well. And I love the cheers. This is Fancy not getting thrown off by that Sky Lurk. I mean, they just read it.
Okay,
and say,
Can gets
we
his
know
all
what
out though, so
Trailblazer's
huge
for.
rounds. There's 2 people that can't buy from Fancy, so this is a massive round for EDG if they want to make this one easy.
Too much though, widely just at decay. Will
Dog goes
inspire.
in, dog goes sight, probably followed up by the ult.
Waiting.
Oh.
Being spotted here on the corner,
If it
but
got more
showstopper
distance,
is
I
the raid.
think we would have seen Ascend.
One opportunity, and there
But it got
is
shot.
a
It got shot
giant
pretty
fault
early.
line, just to allow the rest of his teammates to try to regain some control of ramp. So yes, I can just clears that out for the time being.
This forced them away. Had they stayed, I think it would have been a bit concerning with the showstopper online, not having the fault line try to slow up that advance. But given that they've shifted position in the end, this does work out here for Fancy United. Just trying to clear out that trap wire. Do so. Yes, I can. Swinging
Pretty
out,
nice
though.
trip.
Managing to find 2 before the
I feel like that
will
trip
take
in
him
ranked
down.
would
Now, out
farm.
on dead as Vera swings out from Mail. It's a very strong start to this round. It's dropped down into the vent. Kawa will get spotted, taken out. But a 2v3.
Yeah, only
30 seconds left.
So because nobody gets that
Yeah,
kill,
time is
positive
pretty low on
implication
this,
here
but
for Chichu and where he should go.
Fischio
He's gonna make the call that he's gonna
has to
continue
try
dig
and
deep.
get a
Nobody
kill.
has to get the kill here on Fischio if they want to convert this to a round win.
Oh,
That's
see each other,
unlucky.
but I think nobody might have actually caught
Oh,
a
that's a
glimpse
nice
here.
play though to go over towards elbow.
Pretty soon, Fischio's going to hear the footsteps because they're going to come
10
running
seconds
in,
left.
but this is where the catch needs to
Oh.
happen. But Fischio
Damn.
managing to get the elimination. Spike now needs to be stuck.
Damn.
Kill cannot be found.
Okay,
Vera
nice.
up in heaven. We'll be able to finish him off.
I was
2-2.
really not expecting him to get that kill.
Excellently
He gets his
piloted
all
round here
online
for
as well
Fancy
here
United.
as well, so massive round for them to win. EDG kind of have to eco on this one. I'm pretty sure there's 2 of them can't buy. Start seeing Sting as well. Raise ult still for Kang.
EDG is able to force some relocates on the Cypher setups. I think Fancy is going to rest pretty comfortably around this mid area, around B heaven, around vents. You know, just ping-ponging back and forth. Keep that trap wire in mid until they push up and clear it. Or maybe even an extra Cyber cage as well. Because the setup hasn't changed on the site on B. It's a deep trap wire, and of course the high spy cam as well. Showstopper still online.
Wanting to fish around here, B, see what they can
I mean, it
spot.
looks like they're gonna raise all this round then.
No pressure.
Pressure over towards middle. Hope that they stick towards middle and then just hit the empty site. Or in theory, what's the empty site? Does this far back trip get value?
Camping King. Suga tries to go for that swing out. Paint shells. Decent position to really cut off some of these members of EDG, so they wait that one out. But Chichu also getting a headshot on Nakawa out in mid.
That was such a weird decision
Unrecoverable, but
from the Cypher, I'm not gonna lie.
Now Yes I Can kind of has to follow through, so it allows B Heaven to be protected a little bit stronger for the post plant here on EDG's side.
Vera cut off by the Nebula here at Alley. Kong swings now, would catch him with util in hand, but now has it confirmed that Fisio's in this position. He swings the corner, Kong falling low,
Wow,
needs to drop
this guy is
onto the low ground, but
Fisio is like what, 10 kills already or something?
Yes I Can now out on that flank. Oh my
Nice shot.
Chichu.
Well, low buy goes in. EDG's 3 people
Absolutely gorgeous
surviving.
kill for
That's
him.
big
Scoop up
gun
the weapon.
upgrades.
Upgrades abound here for the
Yeah,
side of
money's
EDG.
great on 3 of them now.
Reestablish a lead.
Yeah, just that one stinger by. And
Might
they're
be
able to
clean
upgrade
on this
to
one,
the
we'll see.
rifles, use the
Vera
showstopper after they get the
Vera
initial kill.
one away from an ult, so if they wanted to push over towards B main, they could, especially with this one, as they just walked over towards B main. The most normal reaction to what just happened in this round is at least a change up. Like, I feel like most side jails would probably go aggro over towards B here and try and get this orb on raise. That is like the most common call for this round, I would say. At one point they need to do a punish over towards B. This one's a little bit different as they absolutely send it over towards middle, but this is like a B crunch, so I guess kind of similar. Issue is there's 4 here.
Ends up falling. Fisio will be able to find one before getting kicked out, but Yes I Can managing to double up and get 2. This crunch play here from the side of Fancy United looking great so far, but 2 quick kills for Smoggy. Now the dash at the ready. Yes I Can pulling back over towards Ramen.
Whoa.
Takes so much damage.
What?
That
was actually
that's just not
really
fair,
nice
and
from
you
him.
can't even
Really,
blame
really
United
nice.
on that one. Sure, it
What
ends
is
up being
that?
1v1s, but that's all credit to Smoggy.
I tell you what, a B crunch from middle, I don't think I've ever seen a B crunch from middle work, unless it's with like a razor.
What they wanted to do was close in on it and either go for a double
It looked
spike
like it was
or
almost
then
there.
protect it from Ramen.
Technically on
Right,
paper it
two
kind of
watching
worked, it's
spike,
just
one watching
Smoggy
mid. Just
did
as they're
this.
trying to relocate, the Cypher just trying to hold the angle while his teammates move up close, and Smoggy slices and dices around that corner.
Yeah, he wrecked him with that.
Very crisp there from EDG's Jet. Now Fancy United going to be kicked back.
Forces Fancy down to Eco, and money's good for EDG.
With that stinger,
So this might be where they just run away with it, honestly.
lock down this A site.
Feels like it.
All right, so the A pit, we don't see it as often anymore, but they do have the Omen and the Breach for extra trap plays here in mid, down that long range.
Vera has...
Fancy
Oh,
United just wanted to shut
maybe.
down one part of the map entirely.
They have a very good suspicion. Vera's going to be here. And now it's been
Okay, that's a
confirmed.
freebie on
Too
this.
much elbow.
That is a freebie.
Ends up getting taken out.
Posture, yeah, dude, you lot
Flash
are
around the corner
fast
to
with
see
it.
if anyone's playing close in garage. The answer is no.
Let me move this chair
Lucky
forward.
Spotted, noted, some spam into the back, finding some targets there. And that's going to be a snake bite actually for Chichu to finish the job. Classic in hand, a dink does come through, but that range, the damage is not significant
Okay,
enough.
just a low buy on this one, they're making this one look easy though.
Deal some additional damage
Putting
here.
this chair down.
The swap as
better.
well. What in the
So I can
world?
actually, do you know what, I pushed my chair up and I felt like my feet went on the ground. Now they're on the ground.
Yes, right up the rope. Gets a snappy headshot as he's sliding
I can
up.
stand. bro, I can't. The camera.
ultimates are coming
Do you know what?
online here
Do you know what I
for
could
Fancy
do
United.
today? I
Not in
could
the fashion
check
they
if the
would want,
camera
of course,
actually
being through
reaches
the
if I
deaths,
put
especially
the
for Kawa here. This hurts.
put the
One of
table
those
up.
7 deaths. And he calls for a timeout as well.
That's what I could do at the end of the stream today.
Vera, I mean, he was constantly jiggle peeking. He just doesn't see anyone bite. So he wants to get a bit more information, and it's that one time you get too curious.
Won't check? Probably not.
that Kong's able
Wait,
to
dude, I
snipe
just
him
clicked
out.
public on this video. Why is it not
Timeout
loading?
Called. Try to course correct a bit here
What the hell?
on this defender side. Already giving up the 5 rounds to the attackers. Not going to be a great feeling. So need to stem the bleeding where possible. See where the cracks lie.
Okay, apparently I
like
just can't
the
upload
idea,
this
you know,
VOD.
hit the A site, kind of just make sure you don't even have to worry about that side. Just
There we go.
cover
Worked a lot
events.
better.
You got the breach. You can provide utility from that side. Got the Cypher still holding on to the site at B. Now, unfortunately, the firepower not quite there You know, if they had it, Vera probably would
Nice
have gone
amp.
for those risky
Never miss an
jiggle peeks in mid
opportunity.
either. Probably would have just held the angle from Mail. But at the end of the day, they committed that pit. It's gone now. They have a couple other ultimates. Now, the pinch plays that they had, both on Bind, they had it earlier in front of B Garage as well.
Bro, this
while
hoodie,
Smoggy,
I've not worn this hoodie
for
much, but
EDG,
it's
the set
it's
plays
tight.
are good.
I feel like it's
But I
suffocating
hope
me.
that after this timeout, they don't use another one with the showstopper, because I think that would end up being very telling, given the timing of this tactical timeout.
Sure. For EDG right now, this is looking
A treadmill?
a bit more. Like
Yeah,
the team
I need
we
to look into that.
anticipated coming into
I have one for Iceland now. I ordered it
especially
when
with
I
those
left,
recent rounds here from
so
Chichu and Smoggy.
that's pretty cool.
All right, so Cosmic Divide for Haldong as well. If he can get in, the post plant made a lot easier.
You can see how far back EDG is playing, trying to see if
Fancy have been doing the same thing where they kind of molly close over towards A a lot of the time. They have a weird wall over towards middle, which most teams don't do.
That's another ultimate that can be
I kind of like
really
it though. It
late
blocks
stage
vision
as
for them
well,
to do
so
this cipher
gotta
trip
pick and
across
choose
the
your
stairs
battles
in the
here.
box.
Vizio is creeping forward. Lure button contested for now, but it seems like, given the Viper control, as well as the smokes coming down, EDG not wanting much to do with this A site.
Now, the way that they're using the Omen smokes over on the A side for Fantasy United does mean they generally always will have to have two people to make sure there's no deep lurk coming through, and that makes this B side a lot weaker.
Okay, Cosmic Divide comes in. The cam can get a tag, but trying to find anything else.
That nade couldn't have landed worse, to be honest. Well, they get info at least that they're 100% pushing and it's not a fake, so they can rotate on this one. It does allow for that.
Had the ping on a one.
Yeah, the cipher ping on the camera.
Coming in. Maybe they were gonna try to push for this one, but instead they waited out. They want the wall to fall. Push onto the corner. The ult coming through. Nobody trying to hold this corner. It's a finding one, but then getting taken down.
This was
very much
big,
here.
big cipher impact on this round, though.
Chichu gets revealed. Vizio continuously creeping forward. Kong finding the shot, but the fuse is being held.
Yeah, just insta-stick on this. Not too bad.
Fantasy United will be able to turn their
Yeah,
luck
they would love
around.
to keep a lot of people
That's here
alive
on the
as well
back
in
end. The
terms
ult
of their
not going
econ.
to be recoverable as Chichu with 9 HP just has to stay tucked.
Yeah, good recovery here for Fantasy United. They hear
How did
the
Fancy
plant
lose
coming
binds?
down right
They just couldn't get
across as
anything
Vera
on
was
attack.
very close to the wall, and they're not going to push it. They just wait. Very risky timing there from Suka, but he's able to recover. The ult, of course, already activated. That lets him know there's only 2 people left in B Garage. Kong's still hitting great shots, but will drop the op eventually.
So now without that going into the next round, but has the money to buy another. TP forward, actually. Again, eating some of that damage on the way, as is Vizio.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that they they think it's worth just putting a molly every single time into this and a smoke. So this was way more common. See what they're doing now with this smoke wall stuff, not wall, but this like constant smoke. This is normally what we see over towards middle. Kind of like it over towards A. Most teams don't do this anymore because of the new changes on split in terms of the little cubby like at the top here.
So far,
but yeah, I mean, this is the good thing with the double smoke, right? You can pretty much just have a perma smoke all the way down to like, I think it's 50, maybe even 45 if you do it right.
That's gonna be Smoggy. Sniped out, Vera finding one. Haldong able to get him on the back end. So 1 for 1 thus far. Now the push in, but just like Kenzie's just enough.
Yeah, this looks hard as well, and it makes sense doing it over towards A because you can kind of hold heavy with the double crossfire. As much as you remember the smoke, yeah, it was way more common back in the old split. Actually, like Fancy as a team, definitely approach everything a little bit different to other teams.
Hot damn.
Plucked him out of there. Yeah, A is on lockdown. A really is on lockdown. It's kind of nice, but they're using a lot of util for this.
Dreams of becoming a jet, but you
And
can't stick the landing
in terms
on
of
that one as a
EDG, the
Viper.
one like if I'm being
Great
critical
rolling
to them,
thunder.
and they
I
do
love
just
the
ping
choice.
this over
You
towards middle now, and I think the
went the other
coaches
way,
had
sure,
enough as
resolved
well.
by some people
You
will
know this trip
criticize
that
it,
they
but
saw over
you
towards
in
middle,
order
they've
to
seen it
spot
twice now.
You know that you're holding
They saw it on the
onto that for a
pistol and they saw it
time
another
just to
round
secure
where they went
the
close
round
towards
to claw
middle.
back in
Because
to
they
this
don't break
match.
this trip, there's just too much
And
information.
he just decides, okay, I'm gonna back off. I'll send it.
Like
right
they have
for
to
me.
try
I
and
have it.
break
Let's
this
make
trip
sure
a
we don't
little
give that
bit
space up.
earlier.
It leads to a nice kill.
They
Here
gotta
on the side of
because when they kind of wait for
Fantasy
50
United,
seconds and they
that's going
don't
for a timeout
take map
as
control
well for
elsewhere, it's
EDG. They want to make sure they extend
yeah,
this
it's pretty
lead.
hard.
But even though they're on the attacking side, they have the double duelist. Coach After feels they need just a bit more. in
The
this
flash on ramp was in because of the
half.
smoke just popped.
Chance to
I
get it.
would need to watch it again.
Personally, I think,
But I think it's just 'cause the
they
smoke
should've
had just
shot
popped.
Chichu once or twice and then just let him die to fall damage.
Oh yeah, that
That
could have
would've
happened.
Because then you inflict mental damage
There you go. Yeah,
to your opponent.
that's like going for the knife
Yeah.
kill, the shorty
So
kill.
when the Viper
now
smoke
the rolling
goes up,
thunder drop
we
kill.
see the animation. It takes a
I'm gonna
while,
force
but on
you
the
to die to fall
server, the
damage.
smoke's already like fully
It's
bloomed.
like, was it,
So when you
King
when you put
on
your
that
smoke
Haven
up in terms of
retake, your
Viper,
blast packs into heaven,
it's on the
grabs
server, it's
spike,
fully
yeah,
bloomed,
gets
but
shot on the way
it's
out,
just
dies
the
to fall
animation that
damage.
we see that takes like what,
That's
half a second
one
to
that
kind of
anyone
pop.
who watched it live, you'll remember it.
So if the flash
Well,
goes in there,
Sancho just
though it
losing
looks
their
like the
minds.
smoke's not up, the smoke's actually up.
An absolute classic.
It's
But
the
now,
same with like the decay. It would instantly
go back
decay you in
in.
0.5
One round
seconds as
separating
well
the two
before you see it.
teams, but a multitude of ults to try to utilize here with just that showstopper one off for Kong Kong as well.
Fancy the teams that, yeah, they play all these maps without
Smoke's coming out. But
they play all these maps
Vera
without
spotted on the side of B. So
drone,
Fancy United,
which
they're gonna have to
honestly
work
is
the map a
probably why
lot
they struggle
quicker
so
this
much on
time.
attack.
You want to apply some pressure.
Clip
Because
line.
it's just
Suppose
you're playing on
a
hard mode
little bit of damage there.
when you can't like
now
hard
taking
clear
over.
anything.
Cam set up behind box. Ping comes down for it. Want to clear this one out. They will be able to do so. Trapwire, however, still could be a pain in the rear for them, but with the blast pack going off, they will now clear it.
Still relatively nice though. If we look at the mini map, like with the stuff that they're doing over towards A, they do manage to hold it with just one pass, and so it's a nice one-way cage. And nade, they have a lot of stall for this.
Going. No, I don't believe that he
They have
did.
another cage if he wants to throw it down.
Now bite to try to force him off the angle. HL's already
Huge.
Hong
It's a
Kong
big
shot out of the
shutdown.
sky. Not going to be able to find too much there. Hadong pushing the smoke, able to find two. Suka and Yes I Can both going to be taken down. Farah, however,
How does
scoping
Hadong
in.
get
Managing
two
to
there?
find an answering kill. HL's going to be let loose. Try to interrupt the plant, but it bounces off the wall and it does not interrupt. It now invested. So moving forward, just getting the stun there from his teammate's fault line. Smoggy playing forward here, just under the Raptors.
No utility, just one snake bite to work with. They have to get the pitch correctly here for Fancy United on this retake into the pit.
Era, first piece of the puzzle, taken down. Fisio moving around, does get spotted. Chichu able to eliminate him, and Smoggy will get the clean.
I actually felt like Fancy did really well here.
off the back of the timeout.
I would love to see a Haldong
Just
replay. I
good
don't know how
for
he gets
EDG.
two, but he kind of wins the round
They
on
lock in 6
on
with
his
the
own.
attacking side.
Maybe the Cypher could have put another cage down.
All the way through of the possible
But I
locations
didn't
of the
actually see if
operator,
he
et
did or
cetera,
not.
But they spot it and instantly they go into working the middle of the map.
Like
keep
right
people
here, how
tied
do they
up,
now lose this?
Try to get that old door. The showstopper, of course, doesn't come through
Okay.
as Kong Kong gets sniped
Well,
out.
that's one way.
But then Smoggy also playing just aggro jet, trying to draw the attention with that updraft. It works perfectly as Chichu's able to swing out and get that kill, clear out the site.
2 more rounds to go in this half. A chance for Fancy if they can win out here.
The strafe, yeah, a little sidestep with the bullets. It's nice.
Keep things dead even. Kawa, though, works all the way down to just a ghost.
Man,
Very
Fancy,
calm.
they're playing
I mean,
such a
EDG
passive
played so
defense,
many
though,
officials,
right?
you would
The
expect
double
them to be
controllers would have been nice to see
insanely
a little
calm.
bit more push out from one side or the other.
Like, it's probably the one team that
Now
we'd
just
expect to
relying
not crumble
on the
these
sniper
days, just
setup on the
because
site once again.
by far the most officials under their belt.
Angle here for Suka, something he hasn't
At least
really
this
played
year.
too much of.
They found my wire.
Snapwire gone, waiting, gets the cam dart through, but Kawa gonna be taking it down up into the air. Oh, Smoggy lucky to be alive. It's
How is Smoggy still alive?
Finding Haldong, spike on the floor for a brief little moment, then now it's Vera
I feel like the
arrives.
Cypher's getting great
Manages to
value.
clean up the enemy jet.
Like, it feels like a lot of the rounds are just from the Cypher.
Showstopper is available.
Yeah,
Like
with
either
that
the trip
available,
over towards
Fancy
middle,
United,
meaning that they can
I mean,
kind of
Fisio just has to
stack a
stay
bit heavier,
alive, right? You
or
wanna start to
the
try to
camera's
group
just
up,
doing
'cause this
work.
retake is going to look a lot stronger on your side.
This was nice.
the
Flash over
defensive
towards
team.
A. Heaven doesn't hit anyone, and they
Spread
group
out
up
very
towards B.
thin.
It's a good thing with
I mean,
Sky.
the
You can kind of
location is
self-fix a
okay.
little bit better.
From Suka, but he can't get too curious.
Vera does have ult for
Clock going
retake,
to
so
check
they're
the
going to be
site.
so fine to just let them take B site and
There
retake
was
this.
staring,
Kang Kang is sending it.
thinking about going for this peak.
I think he
but
just went
instead
to the angle, I'm not
everybody
sure,
turns
15
down
seconds.
onto the side itself. Suka a chance.
Kang Kang
Major back
double
stab.
satchels to the back of the site with the op.
It's coming in
Still is a
below
hard
the
retake. I'm worried that Vera might get plucked in the air from the op.
Showstopper going
My
at
God.
Kong Kong
Oh,
this
no.
time. He gets revenge. Shoots Vera out of the sky. Suka finding one. Kong Kong the follow-up shot. Gonna be a whiff. Then gets the third attempt. Fisio gone. It all comes down to Suka, but as he swings out, he's got no idea So where Chichu was,
Okay.
the kill comes in, and EDG will make it to 7.
Yeah, this is too many rounds,
Feels
really.
like Fantasy United, they were a bit too scared once they were spread thin. I mean, at that point, Suka hears the blast pack out, he hears the plant being stuck, and if you killed the spike planter, they wouldn't have had enough time to try to reposition, but doesn't want to risk giving up the retake as they had the showstopper, so they kind of made a choice, they committed to it. I'm okay
The
with
problem
it,
with
but no
Fancy is,
cover there for Vera as he swings out. He was meant
yeah,
to be
just
the bait,
trying
more or
to
less.
win this
And
many
Suka trying to
rounds on
clean up the
attack
extra shots,
without a
Vera just
drone.
not able to get much sight
A
at all
drone
as
or
he
a
gets
dog,
sniped
it's
out
gonna be hard.
right as he jumps out.
Kang, yeah, he's great at air shots.
Final round of the half.
So are many other oppers though, but he's definitely one of the better ones.
Definitely workable for them on the attack.
Vera really wanted to send that. Or did he want to send that, or did he just check the corner? Either way, it's like trip contact on this one. Yeah, it was like a play around the trip contact, but he stepped a little bit too far for this. Yeah, let's see what Fishio can do.
Now thrown down, dash across. The reveal comes through from the near ult theft of Suka. Spotting out multiple players, but Fishio continuously getting forced back. The snake bite takes him lower and lower. Gets the headshot on the one. He has like
wow.
the other. Suka!
Wow, that was nice. Cypher ult comes in, full information. The delay is quite a lot. The Omen kind of takes fast contact, so they focus on him heavy, and then Sight and Heaven can just get involved.
Also just playing to stay alive, backs off into screens as soon as he realizes
yeah, the rotates came in fast. Maybe just a little bit too late from EDG. I don't know if they overthought the Cypher ult, but they kind of it could have got killed from it through the smokes, really. So felt like the Cypher ult. Actually, all the Cypher ults we saw in this half had like really good value.
A bit unfortunate, but the round one still comes in play, and it remains to be seen who's going to be able to take this map too. As with the pistol,
Coach is only on 1 kill. Yeah, it's just.
Can they get it though? Is the question.
It's just a rough situation for them to be in.
Throughout the 2 matches that we've seen. So they're 0-5 in that regard. Can they make that a 1-5? Get that 20% pistol win rate to then just bring this 1 round away from being tied up.
I mean, you've got the double control, you got the breach. You don't have much to work with in terms of information, so I can't imagine that you're going to go into this pistol round and try to go for some macro play.
And forward review content, yeah, I would, dude. If we get a replay system, I would do just, you know, like Launders' stuff. I've said it before. Launders' stuff that he does for CS, I would do that. Like the this is how Kang plays this map on, like with Jet or whatever. Like that stuff will be nice. Cause you can. I was speaking to Minnie a bit about this, because you can kind of do that, but a lot of the time you're just watching a mini map and it's not like great, and you don't get to see a lot of like the micro plays. So yeah, I think honestly when the replay system comes in, that's probably when I'll focus like more on the YouTube stuff, because that stuff will be pretty fun. So not in 2024. Yeah, maybe you're right. The good news for Fancy is that they have a lot of pressure around the map with their util, right? So it can be a bit hard, but I imagine EDG is going to be pretty confident in terms of just wide peeking and swinging to get info. Also means that nobody has a lot of work cut out for him in terms of Sky Flash and Dog. Will we get a replay system? I mean, they said it's going to happen, but they haven't given us a date, so it's up to whatever we want to imagine it. I don't think we've ever had an update on it. I heard at one point they said that it was like, I don't know if they said it was in the works or it was close or whatever, but that can mean anything.
Going to be taken down. They actually went their separate ways to see what they could find, but all they got was death.
Very greedy play from Fancy, just trying to get as much map
control as you can. This guy's been having a good map though.
Despite the headshot coming
one day, yeah, we can dream.
That's
unlucky. The luck kind of got locked on.
With the aftershock takes out Haodong. HP bars. Low on 2 of these remaining players. Show himself also a sliver, but that's all he needed to see.
Some low HPs to get the kills, 22 and 7, and that is 4 pistols. and you got a sub,
Fancy.
you got a coach
I didn't
playing,
mind the idea of trying to
you
go
win
for the
0
fault line
pistols,
push into
not a
B
chance you
heaven,
winning
but
this.
of course, you need to make sure that you're able to succeed on the attack.
Maybe
on
if they
both
got all
fronts,
4
you're gonna go
pistols,
for that pinch, and neither
but
one works
not
out
on
in their
this one.
favor. Now they continue on the back foot.
Saad, like you said, having given the setup.
Can't blame them,
Barrett,
yeah,
yes,
can't
they
blame them,
pushing.
pretty much.
Do that, they double face into Kong Kong. They'd be able to take him down. This wouldn't happen.
Yeah, just, again, I mean, they're just trying to play for the most optimal position. I get it. You go for the greed, you go for the fault line, and then you think that's going to draw someone out from B heaven. It's a perfect picture in your head, but you have to win those duels without any help at that point.
Okay, Vera this time rushing forward, shorty in hand, but yeah, see Smoggy on the other side. I don't think you want anything to do with that one. Set up the one-way. Paint shells can go out. Force Smoggy back. Well, being able to close the distance, putting that shorty to good use is going to prove to be very difficult. So how long to swing in the corner, able to find one. The rest of the team now getting ready to push forward. The rush up into the smoke, and Howdong getting a little bit ahead of himself, but also setting up for Smoggy to collect.
Oh,
3 quick kills, Chichu with the finisher.
Almost, when they get like a glimpse,
Only losing
you get a
one
glimpse
player
of
in the
them like
EDG
maybe
go.
getting the first kill and then just
even though
gets
it's
insta
close
shut
range,
down.
it's always crazy to watch the Bulldog do something like that. Just a triple spray down. But Smoggy remaining calm and focused.
They take some risks, yeah. I mean, they've been loose this game, but also I can't blame them. Like, it's just an unlucky situation for everyone involved.
Had to kind of be the bait there.
The drone problem, yeah, no drone on this. Like, as much as they are great at blocking information, right, they can cage off all of these places, cage off over towards A to block vision, over towards B they can block vision. In terms of actually, like, pushing them off map control, it's real hard. Like, they're still going into a lot of crossfires, etc.
Trying to lay, Boombot.
What is this Boombot doing? It's trolling. Did it hit? Oh my god, it's still going. It's got like a life of its own. What even was that? AI Boombot. Just switching targets.
Just looking to bounce them around a little bit. Snakebite comes down. Yes, I can. We'll find Kong Kong. Guardian, a Ghost, and a Spectre remaining here for EDG. But Kawa, 1 HP.
Oh, that Trailblazer could have gotten the kill right there. Kawa at 1 HP.
Quick clear on it. No cyber cage is set up here from Suka, though. Could be instrumental in helping to protect this. Flash goes in. There's the swing. Suka good for 2. Gets the headshot. Nobody turning.
Hey, not bad. Not bad on this one. Was this a bonus though? So let's not get too excited.
It will be Fancy United.
Gonna have to see more of them.
This bonus round for themselves. Some heavy
Good damage,
losses.
yeah.
Dropping 3 players.
Imagine I had to sub in for TL.
That hurts.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was going to happen a few times when I was in Liquid, but I never got the chance. Yeah, I would have just judged only. I did it in practice. I judged only. I still remember playing against Enzo when he was in Alliance. I had like 22 kills or something on defense, and they were getting like real tilted because they just carried on running into me judging. We had a few games where I had to stand in against Gambit as well. They were pretty fun. But I was literally just judged all the time. I was more trying to prove a point to everyone in the team as well that it was broken.
That he is. Smoggy just fishing for 1. They get distracted. How long? Swings in.
Bro, they all looked at the guy. They all looked at the guy.
Cartoon, you see your teammate dropping, you're just like, what? And it turns around.
Like, normally you would see one person do that. I've never seen all of them.
A little bit of a I wish I had a phantom moment for Howdong.
This reminds me of when I used to, because I used to coach a team with Weber and Rattlesnake. And Rattlesnake is very good IGL, very good like UK IGL. He would always look at people when he talked to them in game, and it just used to annoy the hell out of me. Every time he would be talking to someone, he would look at them in game. I'm just like, why? Why do you need to do this?
Well, last 2 players sat here within the garage. I mean, if anybody can bring this one back in the 2v4, you would assume that it's Fisio as well as Yes I Can. But Yes I Can just getting ripped apart.
Damn, double dinks through the wall here. That's an easy cleanup. 1 HP.
Going to be the cleanup there on Fisio, and with 1 HP, Yes I Can will have
the in-game eye contact, yeah. Make sure you get through to them.
Save that 1 rifle. They can try to mix and match some buys into the next round as well, with the half armors coming into play. The operator remains to be completely found here on the side of EDG.
10 seconds left.
thought about going on a small hunt there. Obviously, if you can get some extra ult points, and Concon wants it for sure. He's already given up the operator. He wants to get to that showstopper as soon as possible.
Yeah, it won't be granted this one. I think even if he had made it over to this corner, that Shorty definitely would have claimed the kill.
I wonder what maps we're gonna get for the next map. For the next
Back, though, I mean, just
best 3.
starts with Smoggy going fishing.
This feels like it's man, I can't believe all 3 of them are looking there. I actually cannot believe all 3 are looking there. That's
like,
madness.
Oh, what do we do now? Coach, are you okay?
Oh boy.
Oh man. Well.
The oh my god moment from Troll 2.
Online at the ready if they see any util, but nothing gonna happen. I mean, EDG understands if they over-aggress, the traps will be there, the ciphers there, the breaches there. There's no reason for this squad on the defense to push out any more than the initial entrances to each site.
Trailblazer from a very safe position here. Nobody not wanting to take any risks, but given the smoke is unable to clear through it, so not much info gained in mid.
Did that flash go off the middle? I'm not even sure.
It's Concon, he's thinking about pushing this, isn't he?
I think if the flash went off the middle, they just cleared middle and B mains. They can have a heavy rotate.
Made it across. Given the second cyber cage on his right,
Yeah, Astra's at least going over. I'm not sure the flash popped the middle.
He's going to be there, but he's waiting for the rest of the team to arrive. Finds it, avoids.
Yeah, and this is the issue, man. As soon as you get an op out against this no drone
This could still
comp,
work out for Suka, though. This should make
Kankang's gonna have so much fun.
Less. Okay, now with the entire team going across, might be a little bit of suspicion coming out from Haodong.
Looks like, yeah, Haodong is going to be watching over towards that side, but Chichu going to be taken down by the aftershock.
Maybe not that much fun.
Headshot by Fishio. Means that Fans United having the sight here for a brief little moment. Haodong will die right as that pit starts rising.
Suka hears him.
Smoggy not ready for it at all. Suka in that forward position, getting the catch now, looking for nobody. Both of them falling so low, and somehow 2 HP remaining. Suka will be
Money
able to win the
is.
round.
I'll tell you what.
Fighting back here. Still
There's
3 rounds
there's one big round here.
United not going down without a fight.
One big
Yeah,
round.
because they've been able to
Because
chip away at
if
the Econ
EDG
just a
lose
little
this,
bit,
they can't buy
that op
next.
can't come back online just
So-
yet. Of course, Showstopper and Bladestorm available
There is a small
for
chance.
EDG, so they'll have their options.
still
to try to
sticking with it.
reclaim the momentum. But Fantasy United, they're not letting this map slip away.
Keeping things damn close. And for the side of EDG, you know, even if they do close this, just given how closely they've been playing, been getting played by Fantasy United.
They try and fake smoke them.
would worry some
No, it's
form.
actual legit smoke. It's interesting.
For now, we have to see if they can make that happen. This is very well could still end up going to that third map of Sunset.
Yeah, I mean, mixed buy here for EDG, just trying to equalize their economy.
Uh-oh.
Flash over the top, Showstopper now, knives go out, Concon dead, ripped over the top, and right into
Okay,
the
this
nade
is the
goes
big.
Smoggy.
Honestly, I'm telling you, they have
Dashing
a chance in this map.
Explosive death. Ping revealing. Neural theft goes off.
They got a bit more
Trying to
distance than they were
rip
ready
his way
for.
up towards heaven, but it's just Guardians in their hands. It's a little bit too late for reaction to try to get that elimination. Visio, Vera.
I would be
cleaned it
tempted to
up.
call the
Now
timeout.
8 to 10.
And this is what this composition is good for, right? Just creep up and as
Well, they
soon as
brought
you're
down a
ready to
little bit
execute
less,
onto
right?
site,
It actually
you've
managed
got
to save more
everything
money. Yeah,
that
I think the
makes your
timeout here is
duels a
good
lot
because
easier. And this time,
it
even
is
though
getting a
the
little bit out of
Showstopper gets
control. They maybe need
activated,
to actually
just an
stop them getting
mess
so
of
much map
utility
control.
being thrown at EDG. They
An
can't
op over
see, they
towards
can't
middle
hear,
is
they
just
can't
so
move.
strong, though. I swear. I think they can actually push a little bit more
Just
aggro
an
middle than what they've
early
been doing.
push out there. On the entrance from Fancy. You can
Tawe,
hear them
thank you so
starting to
much for
really
the
get
16
fired
months.
up as well. The comms coming online, and that
Thank
calls
you
for a
for that,
timeout
Tawe.
for EDG.
I'll
They
say
wanna
thank you on behalf of
cool
chat as
things
well.
off and talk about what their options are here.
Kankang
Probably
ult in
the
this round,
second
yeah.
one here of the map.
Insta-plucked again.
So, after hoping that this will be enough to find these last 3 rounds that they need, so they get some proper weapons back into their hands here going into the next round. But given the tools that they had, that Showstopper, again, not being able to find any value, the shutdowns on these have just been so clean from both sides. But Fancy United, their economy, going to be in a pretty good spot having picked up these last 2 rounds.
Yeah, and I think, again, getting rid of that operator and making sure that EDG, they've always taken that damage where they can't buy a second one right away, helped so much. Because without the operator, sure, you have the breach, you can push away the operator, but without the operator, you can really creep up with the double controller, reset for the cooldowns, and then execute with the breach, just like they did. And it looks like that's the idea once again. All 5 members, you got the Rolling Thunder. Now, EDG very well aware of that. Surely they've touched upon it during that timeout. So looking
One away from Razor as well.
Relatively empty.
2-9 loss bonus will come in for EDG, so maybe they can have a good low buy if they buy this, but in theory it's still a low buy, so like Fancy could definitely get 10-10 here with this round. No way. Give me a tech pause as well. This is also my fault because I was talking about how they just hadn't had many tech pauses.
Small little blip and they got it fixed right away on that side, so
okay.
We will have to wait to hear.
It's yeah. Well, now that we're showing it, I'll go ahead and say it. I was laughing because I was like, I'm waiting to see if I'm allowed to.
Oh no, he drops.
A hot pack ripped open and spill on the desk.
Ah, it was one of the hot packs, bro. It's like soil goes everywhere, man.
So we just gotta wipe down the surface a little bit and clean things up.
Oh,
bro, squeezing it too hard.
I mean, you know, the mouse pad, the keyboard, obviously they're doing their best to clean it all up. So, shouldn't take too long though.
It will just be a brief little moment.
Yeah.
So it's not as bad, nor as frequent as, you know,
what stuff does it do? I actually have no idea what's in it, but it's like what's the best way of describing it? Kind of like sand. Yeah, kind of like a mix of sand and coffee. It's just like it is like soil, man. I'm telling you, it's just like it's what it looks like when it explodes like that.
And as they're coming back, they just knock
no idea what it
her
actually is, but they're kind of unbelievable.
And then they caught the replay in slow-mo.
That's great.
No, and then you see them, and then you see GT goes in their next match, and she just has her cup right in front of the monitor, in front of the keyboard, so there's no chance of dripping it over.
And we've all done that.
Ever had one exploding? I haven't had one exploded, but I have been curious as to what's inside it, so I've opened one up. That's as far as I've gone.
Oh yeah. See, this is why you gotta play.
Dude, you gotta remember, best of 3 games as well. Like best of 3, sometimes you're just like, man, maybe I'm gonna have a little look into this one.
Can't do it anymore.
Yeah, ever since I brought the DPI down, I don't know if I can go back.
Yeah, I imagine.
Electric ones, what are they like these days?
It's hard to switch back and forth. I mean, some players, you know, they'll still be flexible day by day almost, which is crazy.
Well, looks like the hot pack situation has been taken care of, and we should be jumping back into this one pretty soon here.
Fio, do you know this or did you Google this? Be honest.
All right, yeah, all the players.
Be honest.
Right back up, some movement on the screen, so it looks like they have been allowed to start to set up for.
You Googled it, mad
so
respect to be honest.
Off of that timeout, of course, right? This happened right after the timeout from EDG's side. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, honestly, sometimes I feel like you just might know stuff, so I was just double checking.
See if EDG remembers that. Surely they discussed it during the timeout.
Okay, like we said, let's get back into this one big buy round.
Empty. They don't want to get caught off guard. They don't want to start the retake.
4 pass and punish over towards middle. So they wanted them to take middle into ropes, and then they were going to insta crunch over towards here. They don't see anything. The flash goes in all here, so we're going to have to see a retake with this one. Haldong has Astra ult for retake, so it can be very strong. So Fancy here need to take some map control, and Vera is on top of it. If Vera gets a kill, it's Razor.
That back corner, nade going out, bounces.
Dude, imagine he kills the Astra as well.
Down, 70 HP. Into the alleyway.
Oh, that's literally the round. That is literally the round in that one kill.
Well, getting dropped. Nobody finding that kill, but Fizio swinging forward, catches Kong just below the drop. Now, Cosmic Divide going to be invested.
Astra ult, luck middle. Chichu. The luck on the luck.
Will ride up in towards Heaven, gets a kill. Kawa trying to hold things here at backside, but Smoggy able to flush him out. Turns.
It was a nice try from the 2, though. You gotta give him that.
The back of the tech pause. The back of the timeout, and EDG will move up.
It's actually a shame. I reckon even with the stand-in, I feel like if they didn't have the coach, I think this actually could have been. They could have had a good little run.
Of his opponents, and then his teammates there to trade for him. And then when he has to go get the kills, there's something about everyone has different styles of aiming, right? You have something.
I feel bad for them. It was a visa issue, right? I think I'm right in saying that.
And then Smoggy, it's actually it's like not explosive, but it's just so clean.
Very crisp aim put on display from him. Now EDG looking to get themselves up to match point. Showstopper
Flash from EDG over towards B main, hits no one.
He's going to go straight in for it. Jumps through the poison orb,
Chichu.
looking for a target. So far, nothing going to be seen. And Chichu gets a catch on a yes, I can.
This smoke just gives them so much freedom. Like this kind of like lock smoke that they do on defense. It's pretty nice. Kind of blocks off this as your choke point. So it does mean that you can kind of swing rounds over towards the front of sight.
Needs to be able to get some kills here.
They were doing this all the time in the China region, and actually, I at the beginning I didn't really like it too much. I thought it gave you a kind of pocket to lurk into, but once you realize that they only use it like once they're actually hitting the site, it's not too bad at all.
Starting to get ready to move forward here onto the site. Concussive might have found one, but Smoggy again finding a kill. Now it's all on Physio. His last 3 targets here on site, but he's so damn blind. He's only at 5
that's unlucky. It was a
HP.
nice try from him.
And EDG
Yeah,
will take
a lot
him
of the time
down
you
and
don't
get
really
themselves up
want to
match
do
point.
Viper setups like this, but I do like this one. Because normally you want to do like one layer and then second layer, because you don't want to have them both up at the same time. But this one's, yeah, this smoke is great.
Put up his poison cloud. The backup wouldn't have come through on that entry. He just sits out in the open, waiting with open arms to take down the second line.
A bit wanting there from yes, I can. Not expecting somebody to be watching, given that the showstopper was in play. Thought maybe they would just be.
You were looking on the minimap when I was
so
talking about the smoke. Yeah, that's my bad, man. Sorry.
Chichu far too ready
Maybe
for
next
it.
event.
Physio
Actually, haven't
given
heard back from the Convergence event, but I did apply for the watch party ranks, so hopefully. 4 chances on this one. Viper ult goes down as well, so that's pretty much A on lockdown.
Alright, Chichu going for the A site. Pit as well. You know, no breach in sight for EDG,
I mean, Smoggy should be good for 1 or at least a lot of damage here, because how are you ever meant to clear this angle?
High-low stack here from Smoggy.
Oh, he popped his dash earlier. He doesn't have a dash.
Shots across, and yeah, good damage found. Physio knocked down to 30 HP. Sun goes in.
Wow,
slide
nice
into
stun,
the
nice double
backside.
satchel.
Barra will be able to find the headshot, taking him down quickly. Flash connecting, and how long? Only going to be good
Yeah, it's
for once.
great
And now
trades.
advantage very much here in the hands of Fancy.
Yeah, I didn't realize Smoggy had popped his dash already.
He knows the pit is still up, so he knows Chichu can't be far.
And Kong, that's why the paint shield doesn't come in to try to interrupt the
I didn't do
plan.
the Navi games. Nah, dude, I didn't realize that that event that Navi played had no prize pool. I find that one crazy. It was just straight up just show matches.
Swing, spots it. Suka tries to go for the challenge. Ends up falling. So now a 2v3. Vandal recovered. Chichu spraying a bit. No counter spray up and towards heaven.
Was for the clout? Yeah, mate, I'm honestly kind of glad that I didn't watch that. Like, no one's gonna play proper if there's no prize pool. It's like, have you ever played poker and there's just like, there's nothing to play for, you're just playing for fun. You just all in every hand. It's kind of like that.
From this spike explosion. Keep them, oh, never mind.
Like, you can't take anything seriously from it.
That damn thing.
Yeah,
Like, I would have done like 5
that
duelists.
default box that catches you in the corner. You gotta plant it on the far side if you want to stay alive.
Yeah, that happens to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, didn't have
Okay,
much of a
4
choice,
chances,
right? Unless you both
down
went
to
for
the
heaven,
3
which maybe they
chances.
felt was risky.
Fishio, dude,
Otherwise, you would've walked right into
Fishio,
Kong.
24,
That's where the last kill
sorry,
happened.
25, can't read,
You know, with
25
half
to
armor, they'll still be
14,
able to buy
he's
up
doing
the
great.
choice.
Doesn't have that for himself. Fancy, they stay afloat. Again, now in this position, 3 rounds in a row. Just to take this
Talk about
into
Navi not
overtime.
trolling too much. I mean, I think that's honestly, it's their only off-season tournament, so they probably wanted to actually just try some stuff out.
Nobody continues to want to push the issue with Seymour.
Liquid plays the winner of this.
It gets out of there.
Like straight
Not
after.
touched, but
Yeah, so in about
he's out
20
on the
minutes.
Astra. That could have some very severe consequences here for EDG.
If Fancy, though, if they get a little haphazard,
Hello.
oh wow, and they just walk into B, it's going to be very hard to suspect Smoggy's location.
Who's playing right now? Dude, I'm so worried about the amount of chatters that is maybe just
Managing
only
to
watching my
find the kill.
face.
Still very committed over here towards
Like,
the
surely you guys have the game up, right?
Yeah, I mean, if
I get
yes,
worried
can
for you. I
find
see
this
some of these
kill on
comments, I don't know if you're
Chichu, that
trolling me or
sure
not.
opens things up.
Oh.
There we go.
Neural theft in. Have to just try to back away. Chichu, however, still managing to find the kill. It's a jump on a 1. Nobody swings back out.
Whoa.
Barra opens up the
Barra.
site. Right from Chichu. Getting the single elimination. Has to pull away from the paint shells. Knocked down to 82 HP. Finds himself The 1v3 to
How
try
do
to
they
end the series.
how do they make this one look so
Spike
doable?
planted, the players fanned out.
You just waking up? Okay, that is the most valid one. I'll give you that.
To get a little minor connection on Kawa, who's just
Good
waiting
morning.
for that vault line. The high-low stack. He's not going to be able to find a
4
single
chances
kill.
down to 2 though.
Fancy
Are we?
United keep themselves alive and well.
Why is it so close?
Very competitive and very difficult for EDG.
Kang has all.
Like you mentioned, Fishio
They are down to an eco though.
27 kills.
They're actually down to an eco. They only have 1 buy
on
round left.
split.
Wait, what the?
That is just focused,
What
laser
the?
focused right there from Fishio.
Unreal. Great from there. That transfer over to Smoggy. The little aim reset. Cleaning them up.
Put the game on your phone and put me on the big flat screen. Surely it should be the other way around. Actually, wait. I guess that does make sense for the sound.
Very weak buy.
I was afraid it might
I still don't know if you're trolling, but that actually could make sense in my head. Wait, how big is this TV? Tell me I'm actually not on a big screen TV right now. Tell me my big head just isn't just filling up your screen right now in the living room. Surely not. You did that too yesterday as well? For God's sake.
That there's at least 2 people. You say, okay, they're on a weak buy anyway, so if we go in together, we should be able to win. You gamble on the fact that hopefully there's only 1 or 2 on
My face blown up on a 70-inch screen. Jesus.
But it would take some major heroics here from EDG to try to hold this site. Kong not that far away, just had the Vandal and the Showstopper.
Fancy can't get too crazier though. They can't go too deep into heaven.
See every pore? Yeah, dude, I need to be shaving if that's what's happening. Oh my goodness.
Already there, finds the kill. Chichu only going to be good for 1. Now Smoggy
We'll just say as well, low buy. So it's so fine, but it is going to come down to the last round. 4 chances down to the 1.
3 players. Just that Sheriff. Weapon not recoverable.
You rented a cinema for it? Okay, dude.
That
would be sick though, honestly.
Does get the 1 kill,
That would
but
be
yes,
pretty
can
cool.
is fast to trade it back. 3 rounds straight for Fancy United. 1 more to take us to overtime.
We are definitely.
Your parents are commenting on me, dude. Are you trolling me? You have to be trolling me. Please. Can't just be walking in and just seeing me.
Scenario, an early toxic screen to just put pressure onto east side as
Okay,
well.
4 chances down to 1.
Timeout comes out. See what they can pull out from the playbook here of Fancy United as they've been able to really push EDG to the brink.
Family friendly. I'm pretty family friendly. I swore once today, but I try and keep it. I try and keep it clean.
Timings are much crisper. You know, we've seen many round before where one's a little too late. They end up giving the double kill or something like that. But this time, they're much more on point.
On the cusp.
I swore, yeah. But bro, if you had seen the round that T1 did, you would have sworn as well. Like it was very justified.
Not being disheartened. Continue to fight back.
Sliggy After Dark, bro. That's why I'm playing ranked. Sliggy After Dark's fine.
More round.
I do feel myself sometimes holding back and trying to not swear in ranked. But
imagine EDG racking their brain as well. Already turning out to be a late evening.
the T1 VOD up, yeah, the T1 VOD's up. Chat, I'm telling you, if you didn't catch this best of 3, if you happen to have the time for it, you won't regret it. It was a really fun best of 3.
Yeah, I mean, it took both timeouts from them, and you're right, for EDG to barely get to map point first.
You've already watched it already, Tavez? Nice, dude.
Thunder here for Kawa as well.
One for the Rolling Thunder, one for the Cosmic Divide from Haldon on the opposite side. Knives pulled from Smoggy. Have a backup.
Will a Liquid fan have watching that? Interesting.
Over towards B.
Probably not. Some of it. Sometimes. If you're a Yampy fan, maybe.
Damn soon. Showstopper at the Roddy. Ready, sends it over. Finds one. Yep, counter Showstopper in. Concom.
Oh god.
Does manage to find
massive
one.
nade as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, Fishio just walked straight into that one. I'm not sure if there was a tank of the molly there or not, but huge, mate, they're actually going to go to overtime. Holy, tried for the right click. Okay, they actually overtime this. Four chances, all gone. We go to overtime.
Just makes the best of the worst scenario there. Goes in, he
with
knows
a coach
he has to get the kills.
and
he knows
a
the exact location of at least one of them. He heard the spike plant on the other. Tries to get him while one is busy with the spike. Just can't get it quick enough. Has to switch back to his weapon and shows his back.
What a run back here from Fancy United.
Ain't no way this goes to a third map.
Sure,
I
there's
mean,
plenty of people watching this
getting
tournament who
close.
did not know this organization, who did not know these players' names, but now you absolutely will remember.
And a wet mouse pad. No, the hand warm, they're not wet though.
With their coach!
With
They
their
are
coach
dry.
and a sub.
Yes.
Having to comment English. I mean,
But it might have
like
some residue on it, who
everything
knows?
that could go wrong has gone wrong for Fantasy United, and they are not giving up.
We were talking about it going into the Team Liquid series, talking about how, oh, you know, maybe playing with your coach is a buff. Look at how it went for Carmine. Look at how it went for, you know, MIBR, putting EG over into
Man, I can't believe
champions.
they get to overtime.
Maybe
It's
it
kind of
just didn't
impressive.
hit on the first day, but
I do
today
think the
it's hit.
EDG should have a bit of a better
Definitely
time
locked
in
in.
terms of, especially
In
on
the
their
server
attack. They
as
can kind of
well
look at
as
the trip
out
over
of it
towards
now
middle
with the players.
and realize that maybe they have to be
Vera, I
defaulting
mean,
over
they
towards
needed
middle a
a
little
sub,
bit,
and he
which you don't
comes in,
really want to
fills
do
that
with a
role
double duelist comp, but I
perfectly,
think you
has
kind
that
of get
duelist
forced to
here.
if they're
Very
putting a
good
trip
result.
there.
Very
Like, I
good.
still think the Fancy do a lot of
Confident
nice
English,
stuff.
boys.
Like, again, it's a shame that
And,
they
I
are
mean,
playing with their
Suka
coach, because
continue to perform as
I
well, looking
like,
a lot better
even
the
on
Cypher
Bind, I
today.
liked the fast
Alongside
rotate
his
they were
coach
doing the
Kawa back
Viper
on
wall.
the breach. Yes,
And
I
also
can.
like
You
this
guys
trip
talked
over
about it the
towards
first
middle,
time we
especially
got
when
to see
double
it here with
duelist is
Davio.
so
Yes, I
heavy,
can.
going
course, we
over
got to
towards
see a
sites,
lot
just
of good
hitting
stuff from
sites. If you
him
can force them to
at the
actually have to
Ascension
default
tournament.
over towards middle to break your
Continue to
trip, it's
perform just as well
great.
here.
And this is kind of nice from Fancy
Now
as
we
well, but
head
they
into
probably know that they're
overtime.
talking about the
EDG
trip and they
first
have a
on the
punish
attack.
over towards middle.
Oof.
Wait, they might be a
Alright,
step
we'll
ahead
see.
here.
I mean, they did get the lead in the first half, but it required
And they've been holding over
to
towards A
use
so heavy
to eke
that they're
out
just going to do a smoke to
the
mimic
6th and 7th
this.
win.
Okay, Fancy looking to go aggro, and oh my goodness, Kong Kong with a nice
Wow,
play,
that's
managing to
so
find
unlucky,
three.
bro. Kankan gets
like
3
he's
there.
got a
He gets his
showstopper
ult
online.
30 HP. Keep an eye on the
15
Cypher
seconds into the
push.
round.
Oh,
Suka
no.
on the hunt, swinging around from behind. The Nebula is set up to try to give them a little bit of leeway. Haldong watching back, now tucks away into sewer.
So much early info.
He's still on the
And they
hunt.
have trips to see if they're going to push, right? So they have trip over towards
Heaven, showstopper at the ready.
Heaven, trip over towards spawn, so at least get info, but
Has to stay alive.
Okay, knows where one of them's at, wants to try to send this towards screens.
that breaks the
Will do so.
trip.
Kill not going to be found, doesn't get any damage. Yes, I can, just pivoting up.
It's
in
all
towards
down
Heaven.
to this
Haldong
Cypher, and it
waiting,
looks like Haldong
watching.
is tucked in.
See if that head pops over the box, but now he turns his back over here.
Yeah,
Catches
guy's
Suka.
this guy's a
Perfect
rock with
timing
this
from
team.
Haldong. And what looked absolutely fantastic for Fancy, in the blink of an eye, it is all crumbled down to pieces.
Time already passed so much.
Taking away, yes I can, finding one. Low HP on Kong Kong. Managing to get it.
3 bullets,
But
1
still
bullet, 2 bullets.
needing to close it
Oh
out. The shorty.
man, 25
Man,
HP.
It doesn't do the
How unlucky
damage.
is this
It
team,
takes them
though?
down to 25. And
This was
EDG
such an unlucky round for them. I think the call was great. They knew they were going to go middle to break the trip. They could mimic their A pressure with the smoke. They free pass and push, and Kankan gets 3 somehow.
Yes, I can. Was so close.
Let's see it.
Man, Fancy
Oh.
United, they
Ah,
finally had that
man.
aggressive push out I talked about. It didn't matter if it was A side, B side, or mid. They made it work, but they see Kong Kong back out into the smoke, and Kawa thinks Kong Kong's going to turn tail, but that's just not who Kong Kong is.
Re-swings back in and helps to shut it down.
Old
Fifth
Shorty?
match
Oh, for
point
sure. Old
here
Shorty
for
wins that.
EDG.
Hey, I honestly
And
think,
lingering around these smokes.
didn't see exactly where his crosshair is, but he
to
should
replicate
probably
that
be getting that
success
from that
the
range
opposite
anyway.
Side of mid. Spots Vera for a brief moment. Needs
Oh,
to
no.
exit, but yes, I can. Counter swings out from sewer.
Yeah,
Shuts
Kankan
him
trying to
down.
end it early,
First
them
kill
just holding a default.
Locked in for Fancy.
EDG, they basically kind of just have to hold 2 and 2 now. They can't get spread too thin to cover mid. They understand that.
The good thing from Fancy here is from this kill, they create question marks over towards either side of middle,
Playing alone
and then now they can just group and
so
hit the
many
site.
times. Do they suss that out?
Cypher as well
Realize
just popped his
this kid is
cages
going
over
to end
towards
up
A,
on the B
even though they
side.
have
Now they
early
certainly
info,
should, as the
but
blast
can't
lights
get
come
much of a
through.
rotate in because
Haldong
of
trying
the
to
middle
move up.
question
The
marks
wall
there.
comes down right as the paranoia hits. And the timing is just absolute perfection here from Fancy
what a
United.
hard retake. And Cypher is the latest luck we've ever seen.
Chu sending out some snake bites. Is he ready?
And they
for
have the
sharp
OP pulse in
close
terms of
left
Vera.
angle? Vera ready and waiting, sees the gun barrel, goes in for the swing, doesn't even need the fault line, and yep, this one's going the distance.
Yeah, look at just how concerned
Yeah,
they are
it
about
is.
Suka as well,
It is.
because the
We're
entire
going for
team is
another
alive.
one.
Suka can afford to just hide in sewers for the longest time.
Feels like there's no time for this.
No reason to not play for it, but the odds very much
One
stacked against
enemy
them here.
remaining.
Now nobody gone, so Smoggy would have to clear everything out. Dashes back, swings back through. Will be able to get
Even
one
the
more
coaches-
kill before
even the coaches
falling
out
to
here swinging for
13-13.
kills.
We'll reset and carry on.
Switching sides.
There are these moments when Kong Kong gets a little overconfident, thinks he can blast pack right back to safety, but this time it was a double from either side of mid.
Another one? What's their
Yes, I
plan on
can
this one as
catch
well?
that kill. And,
Chat, who's
these
the IGL
executes
for
are good,
Fancy?
Right? You send in the raise, make sure they can clear back of sight first, then you drop the screen as you're able to pinch into the site alongside the Paranoia. Have the follow-up flashpoint as well. Really good
Yes, you can.
setups.
Okay.
Once more into the breach, and once more some mid-pressure coming through. Flash in, tuck away, in towards sewer. Shots flying their way as Farragut's blast packing in. Very much wants to
Man,
chase
they
this
do
one
their
down.
they do their
The
B
other two players, they
crunch,
kinda just have
but
to
they
stay
should
tucked
know.
in
Last time they
towards the
did this B
spawn.
crunch, they do it with
Spray
5
coming
people.
across, nobody getting tagged up. They knock him down to 48 to get Howdong down to 70.
Wait, why
Very
did
good
the
damage
auto
being
mods take
found
down?
here.
Yes, I can. What the hell?
Person, A site will be taken. Gonna have a 5v5 attempt for the retake here for Fancy United.
It's gonna be a hard
Now,
retake.
these
What a.
Trapwires, they were meant to secure heaven and screen, so they have a good
They
position.
don't
to
have
try to
Omen
get this
Flash.
win.
They have a boom
Really
bot.
awkward spot
That's
to
about
be in.
it.
I must wait a moment.
Kong Kong and Smoggy both down
The
here
big
on
player
side.
for
Smoggy
EDG
pushing forward,
is
doesn't find
Howdong,
Zuka,
though.
but yes, I can gets Kong Kong. Nobody. Dead.
Wow.
Chichu gone.
The
Smoggy
only player
out of
for
the
EDG
picture.
is
It's all on Howdong.
Howdong.
Swings through, finds one, but his work is cut out for him. Fancy United, with this round right here, might actually be able to secure the win and take us all the way to 3.
Yeah, what else can you do here?
Can't find the angle.
Dev cannot find the
Okay,
angle.
they
Vizio
actually
finds
have a
the
chance.
Headshot. 3 for him in the
There's
round.
no
and
way
Fancy
they have a
United
chance.
Get themselves up to match point.
And they finally do it.
Map
They
point,
go
I should
for,
say.
they go for the
Switching sides.
gamble. They just ditch A site. I love the trap wires just to secure heaven and screens, make sure you can reposition for the retake. The hard push in mid, but this time you don't have to keep watching both sides because they're pushing out a B garage as well. Play to your strengths. You've got that breach, and they make it happen.
Absolutely unreal.
I mean,
Please
EDG
descend
now.
it, bro. I think we, I think we're getting close to a third
Win
map,
here on
man.
this defender
I think it's
side, something
happening.
that has been very
And
much
then I'm
plaguing
kind of
them
in for the
this
third
whole
map because it's like once you
just
get
to
that,
extend it
once you
once
beat
again.
them, then you get all of that.
See, this time, no
You get
forward
all of
aggression
that buff.
whatsoever. Kong Kong
Like you know that they can
has been
bleed.
leashed.
there is, of course, that operator from Vera. Very interesting choice
Yes,
on the
there is.
attacking side.
Trying to change things up, catch them off guard. Vizio makes his way across. No tap on the orbs.
No map
Staying
control, just straight
All
up
that goes
B
through
here.
Paranoia as well.
3
Howdong staying
people
tough.
here for
Smoggy Gonna
EDG.
try to
Oh,
cover,
no.
but the aftershock is right in on top of him. He's gonna rush forward, try to get in front of it. So Nebula comes down. Dash
Nice
has
util.
already. Howdong
Nice
able to
breach
find
flash.
one. Trying to get the second, cannot do so, but Kong Kong already gonna be dealt with as well. Smoggy.
Wait, he might not have done enough
One
here.
pickup before Vizio takes him down. And suddenly,
If Fissio gets
Opposite in the
plant,
hands
well,
of
they go
Kawa.
for. I was gonna say they go
Blake
for an
is ready to
open
come
plant.
through. Suka behind the box. Staying hidden. Spot on the one. Vizio dead. The swing out. Chichu handing nobody a 1v1 and he
so
gets it
close, man. Okay, we'll go again.
Oh,
Damn, it
man.
was
No
there
map
for them.
free, not quite just yet.
It was
14 to
actually there.
14. We will reset once more.
Nobody wants to make sure they can secure this map, take a quick break, because whoever wins this match has to play another one against Team Liquid. And if you get dragged into a map 3, boy, is it gonna drain your strength.
Yeah,
for
it's
that
true.
last
It'll be a long
match.
day for them. Liquid
gotta
also,
think.
but
Team Liquid just sat downstairs
just
in their player
chilling.
room watching this match unfold, wondering, who the hell are we gonna play?
Yeah, I mean,
Which team
If you're
is it?
Liquid, do you want this game
hard to
over?
tell. Vera
Yeah, you
now
probably
the
want this game
defensive
over. You just want to play
operator
ASAP.
as well.
Vizio
But
nearly
you would
at 40
also
kills.
kind of rather play Fancy
has
than
been
EDG, let's be
cracking
honest.
What's our
When they
land
got their
kill
coach.
We're getting close.
36 kills. Is that Fissio? Yeah,
Slowing down now.
he's just been popping off.
All right, so that last set of overtime is really.
Okay, so this is the
creeped
trip over
out
towards middle
EDG.
that I was talking about in terms of the fast overtime. They go back to their normal hold, right? So they did the B split the one before. They did the cool idea on their first one, and this time
Just double
Smoggy
checked. 42
defaults
kills
over
from
towards
Dev.
middle, and this is what they want to do. They want to create the question marks over towards middle. They even get an Omen Flash out of it, and now they can go and do their site hit, which the double duelist is good at.
On EDG.
I tell you what though, you know this overall game plan that Fancy have done? I would love to see teams implement this once they start using the Cypher more. I think it's very, very strong.
Swinging out even wider.
against the double
Finds it.
duelist.
Smoggy taken down. Flash not going to hit. The one-way gets set up, a nade goes out, forces him back, but doesn't find much else other than that.
Suka!
Kong shut down on the entry. Suka finds the kill.
The cam's still online.
The rest of the team now very fully committed on the side. Farah
They could have another go with it.
the pillar finds him. Out on will fall. Chichu on his
They can have
lonesome
another go
will
with it.
die
Here we go.
as Farah once again takes Fancy to match point.
Man,
This is
the mid-pressure forces
this is
Fancy
mad.
to want to focus onto A because that has been EDG's pattern. But the reason they can do it this time is they've got the operator blocking out B
Oh,
Garage, and Vera
timeout as well.
doesn't miss. Gets the kill. The spy cam in a different location from Suka, able to provide that covering fire from around the pillar. Just look at how much value the Cypher gets them. So happy. And you can
Dude, they're
feel
having
that
so
energy
much
on
fun.
the stage.
Desperation now hitting here for EDG. The lone timeout available to them here in OT, being burned to try to figure out what the heck to do, because it's not just planning for this next round, it's planning for the one after that. That defender side round that continues to just be right outside of their reach.
Well, EDG, they basically got to win 3 rounds in a row. I mean, once it gets into like double, triple overtime,
It's 9
no
p.m. there
longer about
already.
really trying to have
Really?
the deepest of playbooks, but it's really about trying to remember
Yeah,
what
it's
the
gonna be a
fundamental
long day,
patterns
an
are of
extra
your
best of
opponent,
3
right?
after
Trying
this.
to stay one step ahead in terms of adaptation, because it's a battle of focus. It's a battle of remembering that immense mental stack of data that racks up to near 30 rounds.
Looks like after the
Coach,
conversation held,
yeah, so you lot
okay,
talking about it.
no
Coach is
upper
doing it
combat.
right though
We
in
saw
terms
it
of
as we were ready to go
assists.
into that.
23.
Call comes
It's the
through.
It's the Boncar
Top
special.
The Vandal and that full armor. So just rifle
The
through
assist
C rifles.
impact.
Again, looks like maybe Fancy United wanting to really just hammer this B site.
But they're
Flash
trying
goes
to
over
think of
towards
mental
A,
game
doesn't
out
hit
of this, right?
anyone.
They've been really
With the information
pressuring
in
with
terms
this
of the
execute
pressure
around
over
toxic
towards
screen.
B.
They want to bait it out and they want to go for the full send.
When
Trailblazer does
the
spot
Sky
another side.
Dog.
Yeah, nobody is B spotting the
This
one.
is interesting. There's
Spike's
so
still
much
gonna be
going on.
sat
So they
there.
tried to set a fake over
Pressure's
towards
still
B,
being
but
exuded here on
nobody
B.
did a dog outside
Severa
towards A, and it
over
spotted
Stay.
Omen.
Himself in this site. He's going to be rewarded for it, at least with a singular kill. So the raise is now gone from either side.
Yeah, but because they were spotted by the Trailblazer, Fancy United, they were a little bit scared about rushing into the site. So now, backup arriving.
Look how slow this is, though. Howdong still not necessarily.
Nobody's
going to
get a second flash for this.
Making their way over into B. Paranoia goes across, does not connect on the nobody. He's got the flash on the ready. Sends it. And to find one. Chichu gets another.
Doesn't even need it. I really like the idea, but you gotta give full props to nobody here, just doing the dog over towards A.
Such a good attempt from Fancy
it
United.
sees the
I love it.
yeah,
They
it
stuck
sees
with
the
the same
Larka.
execute all throughout overtime.
Well, it sees the
using that toxic screen to
the
send Vera
Omen
deep,
outside A for the
and then
fake.
they use that mental training. I mean, this is some textbook stuff from Fancy United. But unfortunately, that
Yeah, Fancy are doing some
Trailblazer
really good
for
stuff. Like
nobody.
in terms of
Spots,
this,
yes, I can, and they're
if
like,
I'm
"Well,
actually a
that's not the
coach,
usual lurker. That's a little weird."
if I'm a coach in a team at the
Swaggy gets
moment
there
and I'm
in
kind of
time.
watching this, I
Now
actually
the
would keep
timeout
an like I would
coming
note this
out
team
from
down
Fancy
because in
United
terms
to
of like
string
their
back.
overall game plan and stuff like that,
Nothing
and some of these rounds they're
left
doing,
out on the
they're
table.
they're a smart
Everything
team, like
being used here
100%.
by both
They're a smart
teams.
team.
We just have to see who can take this. Both teams now struggling when it comes down to these rounds to try to keep
Me
themselves
casting the
alive.
series saying it should be a short one. Oh my goodness, yeah. I wasn't expecting like a quad overtime, that's for sure.
Why not? Let's just break a land kill record.
Yeah, that's
and
my
the
fault.
overtime record
That
in
is
one
my
fell
fault.
swoop.
What
Okay,
can I
I'm
say?
down with that.
Might as
I'll
well.
own up to that
We're gonna
one.
make it long. We might as well just go ahead and set some records that will never be broken. You know, I was the one who cast the was a 94-minute long LCK match between Jinair and SK Telecom.
94-minute
We
long.
set CS records. We set longest game records. We might as well do the same here.
I'm down with it. We already
Yuki Oval. I think that's how
probably
I'm
set the
saying
record
it,
for
with the
most aces of the match
23
earlier tonight
months
with
as
a
well.
6.
Holy. Thank you so much
Not
for all
as
that
many
support,
this
dude. I
time
really
around,
appreciate
but-
that. Thank you for the tier 1.
almost just as many rounds already
Cool, Yuki. Thank you, thank you.
here in this map.
Got the boomer slugs as
Still
well.
needs
Respect,
6
dude.
more kills to make that happen to tie Depp.
Yukio, Valorant.
The adjustments are
That
good
makes
from
more
Fancy
sense.
United,
Yukio,
though.
thank you, thank you.
Oliveira.
The
I think I've asked that
operator-
before.
Okay, some spam to try to get him off the corner. It's a good read here from Chichu.
Yeah, but he hasn't moved, and this is what Fantasy United need.
And this is kind of nice with Fancy as well, because they've been holding this this smoke over towards A. So actually just bringing the... And it kind of means you can have full... Oh my... It means you can have... why am I talking, man? This is really nice. Really nice crunch over towards middle here. They're going to have another chance. They're actually going to have another chance. How many kills is Fishio on? I feel like he's on 50 at this point.
Can still get closer to breaking that record, and how long is just kind of plus-boarding past him.
38.
Really disrespecting and ignoring that angle. Somehow makes it up into B heaven, relatively unscathed until Suka.
Man, at this point, just give them the map. They've had too many chances.
United once again.
They're calling a masterclass. They are calling a masterclass. They know in the timeout that they're going to go middle because the EDG have to go break this trip. So this time they just do a 3-person punish. No trip up over towards A. Like, they're good, dudes. They're brainy. They're 100% brainy.
Push out once again with the flashpoint. Fishio getting all the kills to clear this part of the map.
Cleanup coming in. Can they do it one more time? Can they do it here on the attack to try to get the win? It's Kong and nobody here on the site. Flash goes in, confirming presence.
On that spam.
Ready to greet them.
Holy, that could have been a lot worse for Fancy here. One person on site, it's nobody again. Viper has a smoke. I mean, I think this is the enemy's smoke that kind of lets him luck out here. Oh no, okay. Yeah, it is. Oh, nice trades. Good plant for Heaven. Trip top with ropes.
Smoggy finding one.
Oh my god, where are we?
Back out towards main. Haurong riding the rope. Needing to push the smoke. Fishio gets himself another elimination.
Oh, and look at how Fishio plays.
Look at their HPs, though.
And also has the ultimate. He could absolutely do some mind games here. Fishio has pulled back.
Damn, bro, they took a map off them. 17-15. With a coach and a stand-in. And they kind of deserved this, though. They really did. I'm telling you, the whole thing was brainy. Like, they knew what map they were going to pick. They had a great game plan going into it, and they did it very well in overtime, just mixing it up and playing off this.
And this also means no team here at